Hi, I'm Mark Oakton. I'm here to tell you a little bit about EdPuzzle. EdPuzzle is a great new tool with some Google Classroom integrations that can really make the delivery of content digitally very simple for you in your classroom. So the first thing you need to do is go to edpuzzle.com, and as a teacher you want to log in as a teacher. You'll notice that it is free. You start now. I'm going to skip this introduction and log in with my Google account. Now, because I have a district Google account, I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'll select my Google account and log in to EdPuzzle. So the second thing you want to do is to search for a video. And so you can choose any content. As I teach high school English, I'm going to look for Edgar Allan Poe. And maybe I'm teaching the Raven. Let's look for the Raven. And I'm going to find a video that I think is good. Obviously, I would have looked for this beforehand and choose a video that I think is very high quality. I'm a believer that videos that you use with kids need to be short. So some of these, we have this one, lots of times it's 12 minutes long, but here I have a 3-minute video because I do like to use the shorter videos with kids. I'm going to click on it. Obviously, I'd want to watch it and make sure that it is the quality that I want. Looking at the muckrackers, I'm not sure how that would be the Raven, so I'll choose a different one here. An 8-minute video, I'll use that one. Okay, so I'm going to click on Use It. Actually, I want to copy it to my account so that I can do some editing with it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it. It's copied. So now I'm going to leave the search option and click on My Content. And here I see that I have the Raven in My Content. And if I click on it, then I can watch it again. But now I want to edit it because I want to make some of those changes that are very specific to me. Now, normally I would watch it as I make these changes, but I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of things for you. Notice that we have 4 choices up here, and the first one, the crop choice, is selected right now because it's the one that's colored. In EdPuzzle, I can crop the front or the back end. I cannot crop out of the middle, but I can shorten the front or the back end, and that way I can get exactly what content I want to deliver to my students without having some of that extraneous information. So for our purposes today, I'm just going to randomly pick some spots to crop the front and the back end. The second option that I have is to add an audio track. Now what this would allow me to do is to replace the audio track that's part of the video with myself speaking. And so if maybe I was demonstrating a math lesson and I didn't quite like how the person explained it, or maybe the person had an accent that would be difficult for my students to understand, I might replace that audio with myself speaking and explaining the actions of what's going on the screen. For a video like the Raven, an explanation of this poem, I'm going to skip that. What I could do, however, is I could add some audio notes. And if I drag my item here as I'm listening to it, maybe I want the video to pause at some point, and I can include an audio note. I'm going to allow EdPuzzle to use my microphone, and I'm going to record an audio note right here, and you notice that it is recording what I'm saying. I want to click on stop, and we see that there is a new audio note. And I can do that throughout the video. I can have it pause, and I can talk through and give some further explanation that I might feel is necessary for my students. So that's one thing that I can do. And finally, probably the most important thing, it tells me it's uploading my voice. I can add quizzes. I can add, by clicking on the question mark here, again I've selected quizzes, I can add questions throughout the video. And I can have a question that is open response, I can have a question that's multiple choice, or I can just put a comment here. Okay, so I'm going to add some questions just randomly. I want a multiple choice question. Notice I can show the correct answers. I can choose multiple correct answers in EdPuzzle, which is a great tool. And so I'm going to add a couple of questions throughout just for the fun of it. And here's a comment. I can't add links and images. If I want to link to an external URL, I can paste it in there, and that way it would take them within the video out to an external source. I can throw in images as well, if I feel it's necessary. And to have an image inside of my presentation, I could do that. Okay, then I definitely want to save it, and then click on Finish. Now I can assign this. I told you that there were Google Classroom integrations. I want to save it, to assign it to a class. So I'm going to assign it to this class for the webinar that I'm doing. Now notice I can prevent skipping, which means they can't fast forward through the video and skip questions, and I can also create a due date. I'm not going to create the due date, but I'll prevent the skipping, and I'm going to send that to my Google Classroom class. Now it hasn't done it yet, because here you see that I have to post it to Google Classroom now. So it brings it up in EdPuzzle. I'm going to click Post to Google Classroom. Again, I'm going to choose the class. I'm going to create an assignment, hit Go. And I'm going to give the details here, and then I'm going to assign it to the class. And that is how you use EdPuzzle.